Hello and welcome to the Intermittent Fasting Gems with Jen podcast. I'm your host, Jen, a middle-aged Michigan mama, wife, and teacher who in 2021 stumbled upon this crazy cool thing called intermittent fasting. And before I knew it, I'd lost 46 pounds in 4 months and gained an incredible lifestyle filled with complete food freedom. If you're hungry for unique, no-nonsense fasting tips that actually work, you're in the right place. So whether you're walking the dog, folding that last load of laundry, or cruising to your 9 to 5, let's start fasting our way to freedom together. Hello out there to everyone listening and hanging out with me today. Welcome to episode number 49 of the Intermittent Fasting Gems with Jen podcast. And we've almost reached 50 episodes and the 1-year anniversary mark of this podcast. And I am still just as excited about it as I was a year ago when I started. So, hey, a big shout out to you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it more than you know. All right, I am so excited about today's episode, and I've been wanting to do this one for a while now. Today's episode is a star-studded one, literally, because we are diving into fasting with the stars. 33 famous people who love intermittent fasting just like you and me. If you've ever wondered which celebrities or public figures share your love of fasting, you're in for a treat. Intermittent fasting has become a go-to wellness and a weight loss secret for some of the world's most famous faces. And today, I'm going to introduce you to 33 stars who credit IF with keeping them fit, focused, and feeling their best. You'll hear about their unique fasting schedules, favorite routines, and some insider tidbits you may not know. All right, first on our list is Terry Crews. Terry Crews is an American actor, television host, and former professional football player who is widely recognized for being pretty funny. And he's pretty darn ripped too. He initially gained fame as an NFL athlete, and after retiring from football, he became famous in entertainment for roles in hit TV shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and one of my favorite shows, hosting America's Got Talent since 2019. All right. So Terry typically follows a daily 16-8 intermittent fasting schedule, eating between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. He drinks coffee, tea, or coconut oil during fasting. Coconut oil, that is interesting. He credits IF for keeping him lean, and he is also very vocal about the longevity benefits of fasting. Number 2 on our list is Hugh Jackman, who is an Australian actor and singer, best known for his iconic role as Wolverine in the X-Men film series, and for his performances in musicals and dramas like Les Miserables and The Greatest Showman. I loved that movie. That was really good. So Hugh used a 16-8 regimen to build muscle and stay lean for his Wolverine roles, and said he found it more manageable than eating every 2 to 3 hours. He then just continued this approach for many years following. Next up is Jimmy Kimmel, who we all know as the host and executive producer of the long-running late-night talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC, where he has become a household name for his comedic interviews, popular comedy bits, and influential presence in late-night TV since 2003. Jimmy's IF routine is one that is not quite as popular as the 16-8 method that we all know about, and that is the 5-2 diet, or the 5-2 method. So Jimmy does the 5-2 method this way. He eats under 500 calories on Mondays and Thursdays, and then he eats normally for the rest of the week. He evidently lost 25 pounds with this method and has maintained a weight of around 182 pounds with this plan. So I've read different things about the 5-2 method, and it looks like he does the what we would call the modified version of the 5-2, where he eats 500 calories or less on 2 days during the week. Another more strict version of the 5-2 would be where you eat 0 calories for those 2 days and just stick to your coffee, tea, and water, and then eat pretty regular on the other 5 days. I've actually done the 5-2 method on a few occasions and had pretty good success with it. However, on the 5 off days, I usually stuck to more of an 18-6 or a 16-8 schedule. It really is a good method to try if you want to push through a weight loss plateau and mix things up a bit. Number 4 is the dreamy Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is an Australian actor best known for his role as Thor, and he's been in a lot of other movies too. If you're a woman listening, I'm sure you know who I am talking about. Anyways, Chris typically uses the 16-8 method and sometimes throws in full day fasts, especially when he's preparing for a movie role. He credits fasting for increased energy and faster weight loss. Number 5 is Jack Dorsey. So Jack Dorsey is an American entrepreneur. He's a tech billionaire, best known as the co-founder of Twitter. And he is an OMAD, or 1 meal a day guy. Yay! OMAD is definitely my favorite, as most of you know. Okay, so Jack does what I do, or I guess I do what he does, and that is he fasts through breakfast and lunch and then eats only dinner, and says that fasting provides him with heightened focus and productivity. And I absolutely agree that mental clarity is awesome, and also not having to worry about what you're going to eat for breakfast and lunch and just focusing on dinner hours is pretty freeing too. All right, no political talk here, but number 6 on the list is Elon Musk, and we all know who he is, but he definitely does fast periodically. He claimed to have used fasting to lose 20 pounds, and he also credits the use of the Zero Fasting app for his success. Number 7 is the talented and beautiful actress Jennifer Aniston. Jen, or Jennifer, does not eat breakfast and consumes only liquids like coffee or celery juice in the morning. Then she eats in the later part of the day. She favors a 16-8 fasting routine and says that with fasting, she has really noticed a difference in her health. Number 8 is Kourtney Kardashian, another star who needs no introduction. So Kourtney combines keto with fasting, which I personally believe is a very powerful strategy that I have tried, that I have found totally works. I know that combining OMAD with keto or low carb, specifically around under 30 grams net carbs a day, it really worked wonders for me. Really helps speed up the weight loss. So Kourtney does 14 to 16 hour fasts nightly, sometimes an extended 24-hour fast once weekly, drinking water, bone broth, and green tea during fasts. That brings us to number 9, another extreme beauty, and that is Brazilian supermodel Gisele Bündchen. I looked that up on how to pronounce it, so Bündchen, yeah, I think. So she follows the 5-2 method, eating normally 5 days a week and restricting her calories to 500 to 600 on the other 2 days. Gisele generally fasts until lunchtime twice a week, and especially loves fasting for the digestion and health benefits. Next up is number 10. Elsa Pataki. I think I looked up the pronunciation on that one too. Pataki, something like that. She's a Spanish actress, very beautiful producer, model. She is married to Chris Hemsworth, who was number 4 on our Fasting with the Stars list. So Elsa started fasting after being introduced to it by her husband, Chris. And she is now an advocate for IF and follows various intermittent fasting methods, mainly for the anti-aging and metabolic benefits. Number 11 is Andrew Huberman, and he is a Stanford neuroscientist. He has been fasting for 12 to 16 hours a day for over a decade now, usually skipping breakfast and eating around noon. Andrew focuses on health span benefits and not just weight loss. He has a great podcast called The Huberman Lab, and I always see it pop up when I'm checking on my own podcast on Apple usually. So you can just go to podcast and search intermittent fasting, and his will pop up. Okay, so next up is Joe Rogan, who is basically like the podcast king these days. Anyways, he uses intermittent fasting combined with the carnivore and ketogenic diet cycles for fitness, energy, and he says for podcast productivity. And I totally get that because I definitely get the most work done when I am in the fasted state. I always record my podcasts when I am pretty deep into my daily fast. I think right now, I am I'm on hour 16. So that's a really good spot to kind of be in. My mind just feels more clear and I have more energy for sure. Number 13 on our list is Halle Berry, another gorgeous actress who also happens to have type 2 diabetes, which I believe she was diagnosed with late in her 20s. So she prefers a ketogenic diet paired with IF, and there have been a lot of studies done and how that can be beneficial when we're talking about diabetes and things like that. Halle usually eats in a 6 to 8 hour window for steady blood sugar. All right, so number 14, Scarlett Johansson, one of my favorite actresses of all time. She reportedly practiced intermittent fasting to prepare for her action movie roles, including Black Widow, often eating during late shifts and fasting in the mornings. Number 15, oh, such a cutie pie, is Reese Witherspoon. Again, another beautiful, adorable actress who will be 50 soon. And we're only about 6 months apart, so I've always kind of related to her. But she does intermittent fasting with a compressed eating window, skipping breakfast and eating a balanced lunch later in the day, just keeping it pretty simple. And while we're on a roll with actresses, let's talk about Nicole Kidman. She also incorporates different forms of intermittent fasting into her lifestyle and uses it as an anti-aging and wellness tool. And I'd say it's working pretty darn well for her. Number 17, Gwyneth Paltrow. She combines IF with wellness cleanses, often skipping breakfast for coffee or juice and eating her meals in the afternoon and evening. Next up, number 18, is the beautiful Beyonce. Beyonce adopted intermittent fasting and plant-based diets after pregnancy for weight loss and to prepare for physically demanding performances. I love that. Number 19, George St. Pierre. I hope I'm saying that right, but he is a Canadian former professional mixed martial artist, widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history. He utilizes intermittent fasting often OMAD, or again, one meal a day, to make weight for fights and to maintain peak performance. Number 20 on our list is Mark Wahlberg, famous actor. Love me some Marky Mark, gotta say. I also love the movie Daddy's Home that he is in with Will Ferrell. It's just so funny. Mark follows an 18-6 fasting routine, eating between noon and 6 p.m. His routine includes high-protein foods to build muscle and maintain a disciplined schedule. Love it. Number 21 is Molly Sims, American fashion model and actress. She regularly follows an intermittent fasting diet routine, often using a 16-8 eating window. And she makes sure to avoid late night eating for better fat loss and metabolism boosting. Much agreed. Vanessa Hudgens, an American actress and singer. She embraces the 16-8 intermittent fasting schedule as part of her wellness and weight maintenance plan. And she combines fasting with yoga and low-carb eating. Number 23 is Brooke Burke. So Brooke is an American television host, model, actress, and she is a fitness personality, I guess you could say. She was also the co-host on Dancing with the Stars, and she is a big fitness guru and has launched fitness apps and worked as a fitness educator and a wellness advocate. Brooke herself uses a 16-8 plan and encourages her audience to try fasting for weight loss, metabolism, and longevity. Number 24, Megan Fox. The Transformers actress reportedly does intermittent fasting as part of a carb cycling and fitness routine to stay lean for demanding movie roles. And I've kind of dabbled in some of that carb cycling. I find it very interesting. I actually would like to learn more about how all of that works. So maybe that's something for a further episode, and how carb cycling and intermittent fasting can kind of work together for speeding up weight loss and other benefits too. All right, here we go. Number 25 is Miranda Kerr, an Australian model. She rose to fame in 2007 as one of the Victoria's Secret angels. She is so stinking beautiful. She has that very unique look about her. So gorgeous. Anyways, I thought her intermittent fasting routine was very interesting, actually. So Miranda practices an 80-20 approach, meaning she eats healthy 80% of the time during her eating window and allows for treats 20% of the time. And she typically combines IF with plant-based meals. I just thought that was interesting. Number 26 is Christian Bale, another famous actor, the Dark Knight guy. He used intermittent fasting strategies to shed weight for several movie roles, allowing rapid muscle gain or fat loss as needed for films. Number 27, Padma Lakshmi. I had to look that one up too. I think that's how you pronounce it. Padma Lakshmi. She's the top chef host who, after doing a lot of her own research, she adopted an intermittent fasting lifestyle. She mainly follows a 16-8 IF schedule for gut health and for weight maintenance. Number 28, Gabrielle Union, another famous actress who practices intermittent fasting. She often skips or delays breakfast to balance hormones and maintain fitness. And right now, with my age and my time of life, I am so thankful for intermittent fasting when it comes to the balancing hormones thing. It's really been helping me out. So, number 29, the uber famous actress Demi Moore has adopted intermittent and extended fasting as part of her detox and reset routines. Number 30, Ben Affleck. Reportedly practiced intermittent fasting for his Batman transformation, and he pairs fasting with intense workouts for muscle definition. Next up is Liv Tyler, famous actress who, like Beyonce, used intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating in conjunction with fitness regimens to slim down after her pregnancies. Number 32 is Dr. Jason Fung, renowned physician and fasting advocate. And although he isn't considered a star or a celebrity in the traditional sense, he is, in my opinion, the fasting guru, the go-to guy for fasting. He's known for practicing and teaching all about intermittent fasting and often does 24-hour and extended period fasts. He is a Canadian nephrologist. Honestly, I'm not super sure what a nephrologist is, but he's the leading expert in metabolic health, best known for promoting intermittent fasting and low-carb diets as effective treatments for obesity, type 2 diabetes, like we mentioned Halle Berry has, and other metabolic disorders. He is a New York Times bestselling author of influential books like The Obesity Code, The Diabetes Code, and The Complete Guide to Fasting, which have helped redefine approaches to weight loss and disease reversal through therapeutic fasting. Dr. Fung is the deal. He also co-founded The Fasting Method, a program designed to support people in managing their health conditions naturally via lifestyle changes focused on fasting and nutrition. And in my opinion, Dr. Fung is just as famous or as important as anybody on this list. His book, The Obesity Code, is incredible. If you haven't read it and you're serious about intermittent fasting, it is a must read. I will leave the link to this incredible book in the show notes below. It has helped me tremendously. All right, we have reached number 33 on our list today. And please note that I could have gone on and on and on and had a much longer list because there are a lot of well-known people who have come to love the intermittent fasting lifestyle. But I try to keep these episodes under 30 minutes when I can. So our last celebrity faster is the beautiful Jenny McCarthy. And I have to admit that I am a bit of a fangirl when it comes to Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy is a famous actress, but I first became a fan back in the 90s when she hosted it was kind of like the first real fun dating show that I remember watching, Singled Out. On MTV. I love that show, and so did my husband. We were just dating at the time. But anyways, Jenny has reported that intermittent fasting has helped her to regulate her metabolism and support weight management. And back about 2.5 years ago, when I was just starting my TikTok account and all of this fasting stuff, I was trying to get it out in the world. I was putting all of my fasting videos on TikTok. I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't think I know what I'm doing, but I just do it anyways. I put a quick little 40-second before and after intermittent fasting plus OMAD plus low carb eating video is like my weight loss trifecta video on TikTok. And it was like February of 2023, I think. And it kind of blew up. And in just a couple of days, it was crazy. So, and Jenny McCarthy commented on that video. She started following me, and I just totally geeked out about it. Actually, I think my husband was even more excited about it than I was. She's gorgeous, and he's always been a fan from way back when we used to watch Singled Out together. Anyways, it was just a cool thing, and I wanted to make sure that I added her to our list. So that brings us to the end of our Fasting with the Stars list for today. I love hearing about how all different people from all different walks of life, famous or not, how they do fasting and how they make it work for them. The flexibility of fasting truly is fabulous. If you have found a fun way to make fasting work for you, we all want to hear about it too. So please reach out to me and send me a quick email at sowhatifwithjen@gmail.com and we will make it happen. Hey, fasting friends, thank you so much for listening today. If you want lots more intermittent fasting tips, tricks, weight loss recipes, and more, head to my website, sowhatifwithjen.com. And if you're ready to go all in and make a change for the better to improve your waistline as well as your quality of life, grab my intermittent fasting and weight loss video masterclass. You can get the whole course and have it forever and ever with all the future updates for just $39 when you use the discount code GEMS10 at checkout. And all right, I guess that's it for today. Enjoy this beautiful day, and I hope to catch up with you in the next episode of the Intermittent Fasting Gems with Jen. Hey, thank you so much for choosing to spend part of your day listening to this episode of the Intermittent Fasting Gems with Jen podcast. If you think these tips could help a friend or a family member, please consider sharing this episode with them. And if you really enjoyed the show, taking a minute or two to leave a positive review would be so appreciated. Tune in for new 15 to 25-minute episodes released on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of each month. Episodes will feature solo shows filled with IF hacks that have worked for me, as well as episodes where I get to chat with fun folks of all ages who've experienced incredible success with intermittent fasting. If you have questions or want more unique intermittent fasting health and weight loss tips, tricks, and recipes, please visit my website and blog at sowhatifwithjen.com. Finally, we'd love to welcome you into our free intermittent fasting Facebook support group, So What If with Jen. Find all of these links in the show notes below. And as always, I hope you spend your day loving without fear and laughing until your cheeks hurt.